Hi, second grade. It's Mrs. Grandy, and today we're on Unit 14, Lesson 5, Drawing Conclusions from Graphs. In our last lessons, we've learned how to use a picture graph, we've learned how to use a bar graph, and we've learned how to use a line plot. Today, we're going to take what we know, and we're going to answer questions about the graphs. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the bar graph at the top, where the girl is looking about the carnival tickets and how many of them are sold. Leah sold 2 tickets, Tino sold 1, Kim sold 5, and Neil sold 4. The length of each bar shows how many tickets each person sold. You can also compare information and solve problems. So if we would say, okay, who sold the most tickets, we would look at the bar graph, and from there we can see that Kim is the one who sold the most tickets. If I also wanted to find out how many more tickets she sold than Tino, we would do 5, because that's how many Kim sold, and Tino sold 1, so 5 minus 1 equals 4. Let's look at our first example. We're going to use the bar graph to solve the problems. In this bar graph, we're looking at Jake's coins. The coins he has are pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. And the numbers across the bottom show how many coins he has of each. How many pennies does Jake have? Let's take a look. Let's find pennies. We know that he has 5 pennies. Jake spends 3 of his quarters. How many does he have left? Well, let's take a look at how many quarters he has. So he has 7. He's going to spend 3. So when we look at the word spend, that means we're going to subtract. 7 minus 3 equals 4. Very good. He has 4 quarters left. Looking at the next graph, this graph shows absences in school. Okay. Now this one might be a little more difficult to read, so I'm going to put the lines at the top of where each of them are so we can see. And that one goes the whole way to the top. Okay. So this is the days of the week and how many absences occurred on each day. This is the number of students, how many students were absent. Okay. So how many students in all were absent on Tuesdays and Thursdays? So here's Tuesday, here's Thursday. On Tuesday, it was 2. On Thursday, look across, it was 4. So we have the words in all, which means we need to add 4 plus 2 equals 6. Very good. So 6 students were absent on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Were fewer students absent on Monday or Friday? So let's take a look at Monday. How many students were absent? 5. How many were absent on Friday? This one goes the whole way to the top. So that is 6. So were fewer students absent on Monday or Friday? And the answer is Monday. In order to find out how many fewer there were, we need to what? The word is fewer. So we're going to subtract 6 minus 5, which equals 1. 3 of the students absent on Friday were boys. How many students were girls that were absent on Friday? So 3 of the students were absent on Friday that were boys. So first of all, we have 6, okay? So there's 6 total students. 3 of them were boys. How many were girls? So 6 minus 3 equals 3. The answer is 3. On which 2 days were the same number of students absent? On which 2 days were the same number of students absent? Are any of these the same? We didn't look at Wednesday yet, so we're going to put the number in there, which is 5. So which 2 days? Right. Monday and Wednesday. Very good. Were more students absent on Wednesday or Thursday? Which number is bigger, 5 or 4? Right, 5, so that's Wednesday. How many more? We have to subtract 5 minus, how many are on Thursday? 4 equals 1. Very good. Let's take a look at this one. The graph shows the number of students absent last week. This week, 19 students were absent. Compare the number of students absent this week to the number of students absent last week. So the first thing we have to do is add all of these numbers together, okay? So let's add 5 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6, okay? Let's split this up. We know that 4 plus 6 equals 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 5 plus 5 equals 10. Very good. And then we have our 2. So let's make this into a more simple problem. So 10 plus 10 plus 2 equals what? What is 10 plus 10 if we're adding doubles? Very good. It's 20 plus 2 equals 22. So 22 students were absent last week. 19 students were absent this week. So we can say more were absent last week. If I asked you how many more, what would we have to do? We would have to subtract 22 minus 19 equals, let's count up, 19, 20, 21, 22. The answer is 3. So 3 more students were absent last week than there were this week. Okay, let's take a look at one more graph. And we're just going to complete the sentences. This is animals on our farm. We're looking at cows, horses, goats, and sheep. Those are the types of animals we're looking at. And the numbers go up to 9. All right. The farm has how many cows? Let's take a look. The answer is 5. How many horses? Let's take a look here. Horses, line across. 3. The farm has how many goats? Go up, over. Answer is 8. And how many sheep? Up, over. The answer is 2. The sheep and the goats are kept in the same pen. How many farm animals are in that pen? So how many are in the pen? Because we're talking about the sheep and the goats. So we're going to add. So there are 8 sheep and 2 goats. 8 plus 2, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 total animals. Let's suppose that 3 new baby goats are born. Then how many goats will the farmer have? So that's going to be 3 more goats, 3 new baby goats. We already have 8. And we're adding 3 more. 8, 9, 10, 11. How many fewer horses than cows are on the farm? There are 3 horses and there are 5 cows. With the word fewer, we have to subtract. 5 minus 3 equals 5 minus 1, 2, 3. The answer is 2. Write the order of animals on the farm from the greatest to the least. So which has the most animals? That's right. Goats is the biggest. They have the most. It's the biggest number. Followed by the number 5, which is cows. Then we have horses at 3. And sheep at 2. Do you think the bars on a bar graph should all be the same color? Now that's up to you. When I do them, I usually do not do them all in the same color if I'm drawing them, just so you can't get them confused. And sometimes whenever you're drawing a bar graph, the bars end up closer together. So it's easier if they're all in different colors. So that's up to you. All right, number 15. This is the last one. The farmer wants to buy some sheep. He wants to have as many sheep as cows. How many more sheep should the farmer buy? How many more? So we can subtract. There are 5 cows and 2 sheep. 5 minus 2 equals, right, 3. So they would need to buy 3 more sheep to have 5. Okay, second grade, that is the end of this lesson. We have one more lesson in Unit 14. I will see you soon.